Hi, welcome all my social media people, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, everybody. Anyway, the reason I'm tell you a little bit about who I am and why I'm doing this video. I'm Larry Lazar, otherwise known as Coach Larry. Check out uh, check out my links on your social media platform, whichever one you decide, whichever one you like. And basically what I do is I'm a life coach that specializes in areas of business development, health, and spirituality. Now, why do I talk about these things? Well, let me tell you something. There's so many different things, and of course, if you like what you see, you can click on the subscribe button, and we'll be able to show you just anything. Like I say, you can click the subscribe button, click on the bell, and this way, anytime I come on with any kind of a new thing, by all means, you'll be the first to see it. Also, check out the show notes for some links to some ways to be more productive in your endeavors, especially if you're an entrepreneur. No, doing a podcast. Anyway, don't need this right now. Anyway, basically, what am I talking about today? Well, one of the biggest things that we as entrepreneurs do, especially if you've been working for somebody else for a long period of time, is that hello MB. I'm not taking phone calls, but if you want to check out something in the chat box, by all means do so. Just please do me a favor and make it something, something that I can get my teeth into. Okay, I'm not even sure what that means. Two to 3 day closing. Oh boy, that brings back memories of when I used to do telemarketing for fundraising. But this is not about telemarketing for fundraising because I'm not fundraising for any specific program. Anyway, what we're looking at here is time management and building and basically doing the most productive thing for your business or for whatever you're trying to build. And a lot of times, whenever you go into something for yourself, there's always putting forth the effort to not only do what you're good at and do the actual job that you've been doing and training for most of your professional life, but there's also a lot of behind the scenes stuff that takes away from your productivity. And so what you want to do is you want to find ways to delegate those tasks so that you can actually do what you need to do to generate, to do the most important, most productive thing in your business rather than constantly working on your business to do all the behind the scenes stuff that you could delegate to somebody else. Why do a $10 an hour job when you can be making $100 an hour doing what you're good at? Make sense? Uh, Now, what am I talking about? Well, like I say, there's so many different things that you can do to to build your business and build your program. And what you need to do is you need to find different ways to focus on your goal, optimize your situation. I mean, just look in the show notes, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And like I say, that there's the six basic programs, the six basic needs. You got your physical health, your mental health, your emotional, social, spiritual, and of course your financial. Any of those things go out of whack, obviously, there's everything's gonna fall like a house of cards, unfortunately. But what you want to do is you want to find ways to focus on what you're doing, whatever your business happens to be. In my experience as a financial planner years ago, I started off being a stockbroker, insurance agent, and I also did mortgages. And then when I went off on my own and tried to create a financial planning practice that did everything together, and as well as doing the investment programs and so forth, where I did fee based with the commissions and in there as well. The problems that occurred was that there was just so much that I was trying to do at once, and you can't really be all things to all people. It's a good idea in some on paper, but the thing is, in actual practice, you can't. It's impossible to be everything to everybody. Multimedia phenomenon, absolutely. There's all kinds of now with all the stuff in excuse with everything that's going on, especially with COVID and everything else. There have been so many opportunities that have opened up, and all the challenges that you face, there's ways to you see opportunities in those areas. And best of all, no matter what happens, some of the best movers and shakers use the negative stuff that happens, either whether it be in the economy, environment, political, or what have you, always find those that become successful do so in the most adverse of circumstances. But what I'm going to talk about right now is basically focusing on what building your building your business, and take the busy work that a lot of people do and just delegate it out. There are lots of people. If you can't afford to hire an assistant just yet, you can bring in family members to and promise them a little something and give them a little something, but that's not going to drain out of your business. You could also have interns where you could actually have people from colleges and universities nearby to come in and give them an unpaid internship, but still give them something that's also going to give them experience. I've I've done some internships in the past myself, and it's actually helped me tremendously. What else? Um, like I say, you need to, you know, unleash your powerful self, because, like I say, you've got to find ways to improve what you've got. And like I say, you you look for what you map out a goal. In other words, decide what you want, strategize your actions, get some you know, improve your skills, update your skills if necessary, and then of course optimize the environment around you, because let's face it, if you're trying to, let's say, lose weight, just as an idea, you don't want to be in a room filled with candies, cakes, and all kinds of stuff that's going to derail you. You also want to make sure that you take care of your inner game. In other words, deal with your psychology inside, because a lot of times that's one of the things that'll derail you as well. This is just basically an introduction to future things. Uh, like I say, I have Motivation Monday, Spiritual Sunday, and of course, Healthy Hump Day on Wednesdays. And I'm going to also have some you know, other videos that are going to come up down the road. If you like what you see, check out the or you can subscribe to this video, subscribe to my channel, click the bell. This way, anytime I come on and bring on some new new things, make sure that you'll be the first to know about it. I'm also going to have a Patreon link that if you wanted to have a paid subscription, I'll have some special programs and special gifts for for the patrons. I wouldn't say, all right. In any event, if anybody else wants to come on board and give us, and I see this one guy that's giving, that's putting in silly comments. But if you have something, some constructive criticisms, or if you have something that you want to learn about, whether it be business building or even health. And by the way, I think my next video is gonna deal with health and how and some of the struggles that I and some of my clients have dealt with in the past regarding health. But for now, with business building, check out some of the links that I have as far as things to help you optimize your business building skills. Remember, you need to get it, get a goal, strategize your actions, and one of the things I help my clients do is to come up with strategies to get what you get from point A to point B. Get 2, 4, 10, 10 times the revenue and the results that they've got from the prior year or the prior week or the prior month. Because there's so many different things there's so many different ways, especially now with all of the new things that are happening. And now that even during the COVID crisis, there have been opportunities that opened up that a lot of business owners have really been able to get, because Zoom has been booming like crazy because people were afraid to get together and be you know be close to other people. You've The mask industry has been masks and people that were in in the toiletry, that were selling toiletries, had a boom in business, especially since people were afraid of running out and not being able to do anything. But I'm not going to get into as far as what the pandemic's all about. That's a subject for a different video entirely. What's good for this is how to take advantage and benefit from what's happening now. And now that the restrictions are lightening up, people are getting vaccinated, people are doing all kinds of things, and you can go into a store and people aren't going crazy about masks as much as they were in the past few months, in the past several months, because people are realizing that it's not as bad as it was a year ago. And hopefully we're going to start seeing a little bit of normalcy, whatever that means. In any event, I want to close with this. Look for ways to unleash your powerful self, and of course, stay powerful, and I'll see you in the next video.